You're about to see 3 pieces of evidence that could rewrite history. At 1:11, pause, if you dare, because once you see them, you can't unsee them. 1944, British Columbia. The Golden Bridge Fair had been running for days. Families strolled under bright banners. Soldiers home on leave mingled with townsfolk, and cameras captured it all. Except one photograph, buried in a local archive for decades, showed something no one could explain. In the middle of the crowd stood a man who didn't belong. His sunglasses, not invented until 1952. His camera, reflecting buildings that wouldn't exist for another 50 years. His jacket, made from a synthetic fabric developed decades later. And his face, it matches a man reported missing in 1982. Historians call him the hipster, but to some, he's proof of a traveler out of time. Here's the part almost no one sees. On his wristwatch, for a single frame, is a tiny black triangle etched into the band. 2003, a remote province in China. Archaeologists finally open a 400-year-old sealed tomb, a time capsule untouched since the Ming Dynasty. They expect scrolls, jade, porcelain. Instead, they find a Swiss watch, engraved to Liwei 2147. The team laughs it off, a modern prank, they think. But the tomb seal shows no sign of being broken for centuries. And 3 days later, the lead researcher disappears without a trace. The official report never happened. Still, leaked photos tell another story. X-rays of the watch revealed tiny microchips inside its gears, technology centuries ahead of its time. The chip design matches patents filed in 1993, and on the tomb wall, barely visible in torchlight, is the same black triangle. 1990s, somewhere deep in an FBI facility. Subject 23 sits in a dim interrogation room, hands clasped tightly. The agent's recorder spins. Through the hiss of the tape, a voice says, "I'm from the year 1976. Blood tests confirm unnatural isotope ratios in his body, ratios no one in our century could have." Then the file ends abruptly. Recommend termination per directive, followed by static. But the case file wasn't the only thing they tried to bury. Weeks later, an anonymous envelope arrived at a small-town newspaper. Inside, no return address, no explanation, just a strip of damaged film. The footage lasts only 3 seconds. A man's silhouette steps through a doorway. That seems to ripple like water. Then, a flash of light, and he's gone. In the static before the film burns out, a single shape lingers in the corner of the frame. The same black triangle. One surviving frame from the case file shows something unexpected. A crude sketch of an artifact. In the corner, drawn in pen, the black triangle appears again. Einstein proved time isn't fixed. It can stretch, bend, even fold in on itself. In 2012, CERN's experiments briefly created micro-wormholes. Officially, they lasted billionths of a second. Unofficially, the Large Hadron Collider has glitched 23 times. Each glitch lines up with reports from around the world, people vanishing, reappearing in the wrong place, or the wrong year. Some came back with impossible scars. Others remembered events that never happened. A man in France swore he'd seen the Eiffel Tower collapse, yet the structure still stood. A woman in Brazil insisted she'd met a brother who, in our timeline had died as a child. And then there are the objects. A 16th century compass found buried in Antarctic ice, pointing not north, but to coordinates in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. A VHS tape labeled 1979, but recorded in crystal clear 8K resolution. Each one marked somewhere, somehow, with the black triangle. Which false memory do you have? Do you remember the Shazam movie starring Sinbad, Pikachu's tail being tipped in black, or a door in your childhood home that never existed? Comment now. Your answer matters more than you think. There are 3 explanations for what you've just heard. 1. Time travel is real, and it's controlled by a hidden elite who leave their mark behind. 2. We're living in a simulation, and these events are code leaks, moments where the program falters and reality blurs. 3. These are elaborate hoaxes, staged to fracture our grip on what's real. But if it's a hoax, who is leaving the triangles? And why do they appear in different centuries, different continents, and different artifacts? Some believe the triangle is a warning. Others think it's a map. And a few whisper it's not human at all, that the mark belongs to something watching us from outside time entirely. They're counting on you to ignore the glitches. Don't. Every view, every comment, every share makes it harder to erase this. Like this video before it disappears. Subscribe to unlock the truth. And remember, you were warned at 111. They're watching, are you?
Thank you for watching. If this video didn't waste your valuable time or added any value to your life, even just a little, please consider subscribing to Hello Stories. Until next time, goodbye, warriors.